Good evening and welcome. I am the Mad Taco King and I welcome you to another episode here of Shadowbringers here with Final Fantasy XIV. So if you've been keeping up on the series here, the story has definitely gone through some interesting twists and turns, especially the last episode, episode 10, which hopefully will be up on YouTube here in the next few days. It's more processing, so let it do its thing and then we can catch up on the craziness that happened at the very end of the last episode. But if you like what you see here, make sure that you follow here on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube or even follow me on Twitter for latest updates on what's going on. So we're going to continue tonight with Final Fantasy XIV, like I said, in Shadowbringers. So let's go ahead and get in the game here. Alright, so leaving off where we left off last time. A little redundant, I know, but that's alright. So things went down and now we're trying to investigate a few things here, how to basically save ourselves from being destroyed. It's kind of a long story. Like I said, you can catch up on it on YouTube, but yeah, definitely things have gone down in a bad way. The world's reverting back to what it once was. Your main character is set to die a horrible death. Yeah, wonderful things. So I'm gonna try not to die. Dying tickles, and quite frankly, I'm not a fan of it. So yes, and I'm not ticklish, so that's a bad combo. But we're gonna gain some information about the Crystal Exarch here from people around town. Apparently, is our quest. Find goals. On your. Anyone yet though? Gotta be someone around here somewhere, right? I hope that guy over there with the symbol above his head makes it a little easier to spot, but say. Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amuro. Yeah, we kind of were laid out for a little while after that last major battle. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I am happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in this city told you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion. But none can doubt his generosity. The Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for reasons. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one, except the Exarch is proved well within the spire. Many seasons, comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it. Knowing the Exarch is tied to the tower, very real possibility there. Amuro. Get some more information here. From Cassard over here. Good to see you in the wake and alert, my friend. What's this about? You're not writing Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions, unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights this area, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine news of this predicament hurt her doubly hard, not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you decided to talk to Lena, she'd be out of her usual post at the end. Lastly, we can go to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Best book area in all realms so far. Lots and lots of books. All the books. Oh, there was something else you needed? I've come for the results of my research in this persistent light. I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. Records pertaining to the Exarch? Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of this history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Tower first flashed into. In Seminar, the Exarch himself became known to refugees in the Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be it the locals who had lost their homes or Veribirds fleeing their ruined kingdom. Together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, but he refused to share his name, but the summoner did deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so alike to the tower he had summoned and bestowed to him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, 'twould seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Head out to the Fencer Gate and talk to Lena. See what he can come. I think we have flying in this area now. This will make this a lot easier trip. Parachute. Let's see what the captain has to say. Oh, Captain, my captain. I was not told you had awoken. Yep, we're here. Welcome surprise. Now, if only the exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for your patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw that you had fallen. Then I realized I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left you joining Calusia, the exarch entrusted me with the key. It opens a door in the ocular, chamber known as the umbilicus. The room is the heart of the tower, into which only the exarch himself is permitted. He bid me allow none into the tower once they had departed. Only in the event that an army of Eden descended upon the city was I to access the umbilicus defense barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Balthree loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, I need to know what battle you and your companions are fighting. No. It's a strange story. Yeah, I can't really say much on it. Sorry. Forgive me, I trust in the exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. You have come to me with a question of your own, have you? I see I'm not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Come, meet me in the ocular, and I will unlock the door within. Alright, back we go. Back into Crystarium we go. This way, there we go. Yep, enter the ocular. Got.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Going in. Like just a bunch of books. I mean, granted, books are good. Expecting something more of umbilicus books. Right there. Oh, story time. triage it.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatir, then?
Yep, I remember him from the original.
By thy
Aurora.
claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest.
Yeah, of course
In
Sid would
hopes of
survive.
staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds.
Huh, that's no soft feat there.
Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes. And thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor,
Oh wow.
their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and in
But let me
doing so,
wrap my mind around this.
roused
So,
its caretaker.
200 years from what we know from our present day, the world pretty much ended. He got summoned from time. Wait a minute, is he related to the Doctor? I have a feeling we just wandered from Supernatural to Doctor Who in this series now.
By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only woman who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen
Yeah, we'll
this.
have to see which time traveling theory they go by if they prevent the apocalypse from happening, and what's going to happen to this guy. But that's a whole conundrum that
I am aware
a bunch
of
of
the
wibbly
consequences.
wobbly, timey
It is for
wimey
that very reason Sid
stuff.
and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was her. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread.
Good news.
Where others would stumble and fall, she would rise above. Where others would break and run, she would carry on. The Warrior of Light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow.
Kaiser.
In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were her deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light herself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. She was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to her.
A lot of responsibility.
The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What?
Yeah, what price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me, but in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
So they planned this a long time ago, for the events of this.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Hey Jacoby, does Final Fantasy have its own group, or is it from Steam or whatever? I mean, yeah, it has its own group of games on Steam. I know they go on sale pretty regularly. There's Numbered Series, of course, Crystal Chronicles, a whole bunch of Final Fantasy, that stuff. So, and Final Fantasy 14 steals with from Final Fantasy 14. Oh, online? Only 14 and 11 have been online. I played 11 way back in the day.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good.
Not gonna lose control.
Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
But yeah, for Final Fantasies, there's only 2 online ones, and the rest of them have been single player up to this date, up through 15, I should say. I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and me. I'm real gonna grab up that wireless charger on payday. That did look like a pretty cool wireless charger that you posted on Discord there. That was pretty awesome.
Then we should be on our way. The Ascian mentioned the Tempest, did he not?
From my non-existent wireless
That's
phone.
the stormy
Hey,
seas
but you
around
still have it
Crucia,
there.
too.
That's the important thing.
His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Like we're gonna find this Tempest. It'd be cool to have next to stream. Yeah, that would stand out on a stream. That was pretty cool. Did you find the answers you sought? If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. I have questions about the Tempest. Yeah. Tempest, that is the name given to the seas by which Closia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will pride you in the morrow to fly you over the waters. But... there's always a but. You mean to leave right this moment, alone? I'm not sure that, nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the shadow, and I shall await your safe return. Yeah, try and stop me, I dare you. Or I'll launch you. Check this out. I mean, but you can't really beat Terry Taco though, as far as things on. Alright, tomorrow, just a moment, shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island, the open water, to the depths of the Tempest? Our morrow can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor. Going swimming. Yeah, we're not feeling so hot. We got to go.
Ah, we have found thee.
Hey, the gang's all here.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
Yeah, a lot of story there.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not?
Yeah, we're not taking
If
this
thou
one laying
canst
down.
forgive
We're going
my
to the end.
deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Good, we need a healer. Coming with us, Urianger. Yeah, no more lies. Lies, secrets don't make friends. Urianger. Okay, getting
Pray
soup
believe
balls.
me
Ooh,
when
soup
I say
balls.
that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee.
I could
Indeed,
dig some good soup
curse
balls.
the
I'm
circumstances
intrigued. You
which
got an idea of
compelled me
ones?
to do so.
Love a good soup. Potato soup. I'm sick. Tomato soup.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea.
Posted food section. All right, let me go check that out here real quick.
Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianche.
Got these soup bowls. Check their Amazon. Ooh, ramen bowls. Those are some pretty cool bowls. Here, let me show these here. Those are pretty cool. I would like bowls like that. Very nice. Like to make some chicken corn chowder. I admit I've not had chicken corn
What I
chowder.
did for you won't last forever.
I didn't know chicken
There's
corn
no
chowder was a
telling when
thing.
the light will break free again.
Stoneware. Yeah, I do love a
Please,
good
You
stoneware.
must stay here, at least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
I think I got some stoneware bowls, but definitely not to that. Oh, 57. Really? 50?
How can you make promises?
Is
We
it
don't
really?
even know where to start.
Oh, 57 ounces. Yeah, you weren't kidding. Wow, that's a lot of noodles. Wife does love noodles. That's right. Yeah, 57 ounces. That's
Alize, please.
that is massive.
You know Reen was only
I could
trying
eat
to
that for
help.
like a week. She might eat that in like a day because she loves
Of course,
noodles.
I know only too well.
Oh, Alice's getting that. Yeah,
But
that's a
making
nice
promises
gift.
you have
There,
no
I'll
way
have to
of
keep that in
keeping is
mind.
Not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple.
That's
We've
pretty
all
cool though.
searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in her way now. Not after failing her in her hour of need. No. The least we can do is...
Yeah, it looks like the gang's all resolved to see it through to the end. Always about finding stuff that's
We
unique
will
that
go
can
with
use
you
go
as
to
well.
Home Goods, TJ Maxx.
There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Hey, I haven't seen a TJ Maxx in forever. Last one I know is about 3 hours away from here. Maybe.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other
Home
avenue.
Goods. Never heard of Home Good.
Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found,
I know there was a
then we
Pier
will
1
surely
Imports
find it
about an
at your
hour away
side.
from here a long time ago. That's the closest I can think to unique kind of things like
all
that.
in agreement then?
If that even is around anymore. The other way I'm gonna find something unique like that is probably rummage sales.
can do to help?
Oh, Home Goods is owned by TJ Maxx.
Though we may
Okay.
not know the
That's
whole
good to know.
story, we do know you're in for a fight.
Oh, looks like we're getting some
And
help.
while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it
Gold
spelled
tip
out to us.
Italian crystal
When the night
glasses?
sky appeared over whichever place you went to,
Ooh, that
it
sounds-
was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
$10 for a set of 12 glasses. That actually sounds like a steal, Jacoby.
Exactly. When he went out to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor.
I mean, heck, I'll just take that for any type of cups.
Volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Eat him! That's right!
Here. Yeah. Sometimes we find good stuff, other times we find just stuff. Yeah, I know the feeling of that
We do
kind of
not
stuff.
fully
Depends what we
understand
need.
where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if
Yeah.
there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
We've gotten a lot of nice things for the kitchen. Yeah, we got.
You might have invited them to join us, where they're not
But the
seen
kitchen,
any.
I mean, the wife loves the
Come,
stuff in,
they are
or
waiting.
the oven
What
in
is
the
your
wall.
will, O warrior?
And she's
of
gonna keep that with
darkness?
her no matter what happens to us. For better or worse, that oven's going with her. For our kitchen, we definitely have a nice red theme going on. London pictures around, actually. Kind of just started throwing up pictures of London, and it just kind of came together that way. Outside of that, there's a mixer she wants. I got her rig Christmases ago now, I think. Hey, a lot of things still to work on. Oh, and she won a nice cooking set from work. From her work there. That was nice. Nice, yeah, stainless steel set. She's never cooked with stainless steel, so it's been a learning experience with her on that, so. But she's learning. She's getting there. Sometimes a little scraping gotta do. Little bartenders help keep her there, so. Thou 'tis planned to commandeer an Amaral for thy journey to the open sea. I feared the following dive down into Mt Gulg's underwater abode would drain even the legendary stamina. Thus, during that convalescence, we considered the most efficient method for reaching the depths of the tempest. I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Don't use steel wool and stainless. I have not used steel wool and stainless. I've just used a little, what is it called? Bartenders. Yeah, bartender's best friend stuff. I found it on Amazon some time ago and kept it for something else. I just sprinkle a little of that in there, put some water in it, let it soak from it, and I just wipe it down. It comes right off. It's probably some variation. Yeah, barkeeper's friend. Thank you, Jacoby. That's what it is. Yeah, that stuff's like magic. I love that stuff. And affairs are in order, then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there, nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus would I petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me into the hamlet of Sullen, which lies to the south and west. All will become abundantly I promise thee. Alright, so out we go. Okay, so we need... Alright, so we just outside here. But yeah, Barkeeper's friend is pretty awesome. His wife was quite amazed by how well it worked on the mess that had been built up on there. I do like to think smarter, not harder. He likes to avoid reading instructions, or I will read the instructions. Thing which I very much remind her of. I burn enough steel pots to get really good at not doing the wrong things. Like most high quality steels don't need to be at high to get them hot. That's very true. For medium works pretty well for most stuff that I use, at least on the stove. That stuff works pretty nicely. I don't think I've ever cranked it up to high, to be honest. Like cast iron should never be placed above medium high. I did hear that from a friend back in college who told me about that. That's the only reason I remember that. Yeah, it'll warp the iron. Yeah, I remember him telling me about that. Amazingly, I don't know how I remembered that, but he made it very clear that I should remember that. And I'm pretty sure he was drunk, or high, or both. I don't know. But he made sure that I remembered it. There, to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plunge deep beneath the surface. Thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mightst glide like a fish. I shall board a boat to the island, spare one and all the spectacle of mine ineptous strokes. Yeah, you can't swim, can you, buddy? Alright, let's go check it out. Looks like we're going under. There it goes. Suspect rock formation. That looks like any other rock, but see what happens. Two curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. It would appear solid enough. The rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting or imagine? Get out of the water here. We'll find Urianger. I told somebody that cooking in a cooking stream and they argued it, so I just let them go. It's sad to see home cooks being rude about help. Dude, I'll take all the help I can get about cooking, okay? Most of the stuff I've learned the hard way, through trial and error, mostly error, and burning stuff. Apparently, though, I do make some edible things, according to the wife and kids, but I don't know. We'll see. What hast thou discerned? I've discerned... It reminds me of a certain primal. I mean, I don't know everything, so I love to see new ideas and things. Nobody ever truly knows everything about anything. Always something new to learn, in my opinion. So, keep on learning, keep on trying. And we'll see what happens there. According to the Lord of the Pixies, we're even now perched upon the back of an ancient fate entity. Really? Its name is Bismarck. Aye, the self-same title by which we knew the great feathered whale revered by the Banu Banu. I would enlist its aid to bear us into the and then Spanish the water with an airy sphere, alike informed to the domes which do shelter the hamlets beneath the Ruby Key. Toby, I want to keep my pants for a longer time, like I didn't know that most cast iron is stained. Oh, that I did not know either. So if it's pre-stained, then probably can't use much to clean it, I would presume. Advance compass, we may move unencumbered, defend ourselves. The hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. And I must needs ask for silence while I must make my supplication. Alright, so now we're going to compass here. Apparently cast iron is supposed to look shiny and steel looking, and as you cook it, it turns black over the... Oh! Oh. I guess we're gonna take this island. I guess we're going full Moana with this island, I suppose. There's 2 companies in America that sell shiny cast iron. Alright, Urianger, do your stuff. Oh. Dude, the island's talking to us. And I didn't know that until it was black. Yeah, I've never studied that deep into it. I was like, look, hey, if it cooks for me, that's usually about as far as I go with it. Although I think that wife would love to do stir fry. Yeah, the island's talking. Yeah, we're waking the island. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, the wife would love to make some stir fry and cast iron. I know that. She's said that multiple times. Or walk, I'm sorry, not. Alright, so Urianger is asking him to go to the bottom of the sea. Let's see what the island has to say about this. Apparently the island wishes to sleep.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fae to know that didn't go well.
Have a backup plan? Yeah. We need Fae'ul. Cast iron walks are amazing. They hold heat amazingly and they can bring the iron to 500, which is optimum for stir frying. Oh, good to know. Oh boy, here comes a crazy fairy. I don't mean that in a bad way. It is a crazy fairy.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last! And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Okay, crazy fairy, do your thing. Yeah, I know, that fairy is definitely one of the more unique sounding ones ever.
Van Red Rithye.
Rissa. Good to see everyone in here. So, I do appreciate you joining in. I am the Mad Taco King. And things about to go down because we've got a talking island and a talking fairy. So, yeah. Let's roll with this. And this fairy's the king fairy. It's a long story, but yeah, it's good to see everyone here. Welcome you all to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Story is getting, well, interesting to say the least.
This one's teeth for him upon your return. It's only good manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
Alright, so...
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight.
Alright, here we go.
May the blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Hey, Rissa, it's good to see you here, along with everyone here. Glad you could come in and join us here tonight. So we got plenty of room aboard this talking island here in this game, apparently. So hopefully that fatal frame went well for you and you didn't get too scared off. Can't promise this will be any less scary, hopefully. We're moving on this island. Well, off we go. Oh, now we're flying on the island. Even better. It's a flying whale island. Island is very pretty. Yeah, you're definitely right, Bear. I don't know which is scarier, Fatal Frame or Rissa freaking out by Fatal Frame. In my opinion, probably Rissa being spooked by Fatal Frame would be scarier.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
Yeah, the island was a whale, and the whale can fly. Yeah.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up.
I have a feeling we're gonna fly by these guys here in a second.
I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Oh, but wait. Here we go.
What the? Do you see that?
What could it be? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Giant Flying Whale Island. And we're going into the sea.
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
Hey guys, tsunami. Gotta go.
Whoa there!
Your guys are about to get a bath.
Run! Run!
Gotta go. Alright, so. Alright, apparently whale is going back now. Alright, so thank you, talking Flying Whale Island. Did the whale say Anna Banana? Ooh. I might have to check that out later. Alright, so we're supposed to be on the ocean floor is where we're going to. Seems that we've made it relatively in one. Close enough.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. Ocean floor has a waterfall. Hey, you just saw a flying whale. Does the ocean floor having waterfall be any crazier? I already know the fact that
Bismarck.
SpongeBob can light a fire underneath the ocean floor.
To form a dome beneath the waves.
Oh, so this is the breath of the flying
waters recede.
Whale Island.
The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, This place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being.
Yeah. He's a fun guy that's gotten us here. Hopefully we get to say hi to him soon.
Precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Tempest. Acoustic sounds courtesy of every anime summer episode. Absolutely. Alright, let's see what Urianger has to say. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest, safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Mt Gulg, and I believe the imprisoned exarch as well. For an Ascian lone is of course a trifling matter to flee unto the rift. Yet I suspect travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the exarch's very body serveth as the key to the crystal tower, and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus I am all but certain that this underwater realm harboreth our friend and Emmy both. We have but to find them. Alright. Talk to Thancred now. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Mt Gulg will be sitting around in the open. You know, that would be too obvious. Why would have the bad guy in the open, you know, saying, here, come get me? You know, that's too easy. I propose we follow the slope down towards the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold. Let's split up, gang. Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is still wet and like to be slippery. Of course, we're on the ocean floor. Alright, everyone split up. Watch your step. Can I use my mount down here? Yes, I can. Alright, so... let's head... map here. Ain't very big overall, but... we'll roll with it. Let's head this way as we explore the ocean floor. Got some crabs. Hermit crab. Regular crab. That bait, I think. Go this way then. Get a little fish there, a little seahorse over there. Some nice places around here. Search for anything unusual. Gee, anything unusual on the bottom of a... oh, hello. The person down here. Ando. Looks like similar to some of the fish people from the home realm. Looks like we shocked him. Alright, so let's follow him. Go through this way. Ando cups. That's an interesting looking aetheryte. Haven't seen one like that before. Pretty cool. Tune to this bad boy so we can teleport here if needed. Let's go talk to this youth over here. See what he's got to say. The finless ones, they followed me. Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Yeah, well... sorry. Ah, so this is where the Ando make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware your people lived here in the Tempest. We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and thus beg you for your understanding. Chieftain, what are we to do? Chieftain, full of emotion, thinks upon his actions. Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? Yes. The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the abyss. You are the emissaries, the chosen. I bid you welcome. If you're not, I bid you leave. We're totally the emissaries. I'm not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? It would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. Goes back to, in my opinion, Ghostbusters when if they ask if you're a god, you say yes. So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest Link. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we could call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chief spoke of. Could be Mt Gulg's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but these Ondo refuse to speak with us. You remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore, how I had planned to integrate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo? The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach we can build a similar relationship. Well, what kind of approach do you have in mind? That chieftain fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, we must at its beginning. His plain, our all too dramatic arrival had thrown the settlement into confusion. Were we to solve such problems as we had caused and assure our host thereby that our purpose here was not inimical, it may yet prove amenable to reason. I think we're going to be doing them some favors here. Thank you, Thancred. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I have nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end. No, we ain't got much else choice. I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians that first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding this settlement for the time being. We will make allies of the Ondo. Then Selt, each told, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Let's split up, gang. Do chores. I mean, quests. But probably chores. Let's see here. Talk about Alphanod here. You won't believe who I just bumped into. This is Posh Oan, the very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore. Yeah, that went well. I waited, and you did not come. Then the Mistil came, but his visits did not continue. I'm truly sorry, Posh Oan. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps, where the dry return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We did not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me indeed. I should appreciate the company, where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Let's see what we can find then. Dry return. Yeah, we'll head up north and see what we can find. Still a little weird that we're on the ocean floor, but you know what? We'll roll with it. As long as the water doesn't collapse anytime soon, I think we'll be alright. Find a way in. Hoping that's a cavern opening up there ahead. It kind of looks like it is. Cool. I think we did find an opening here. Where the dry return. For the new location. Huzzah. Alright, so let's bring out our Chocobo companion here so we can... Apparently our Chocobo can work underwater too. Once again, we're just gonna roll with it. Looks like there's no separate fight music. Like the music just blends together here. That's kind of cool. Oh. Nice laid back ocean type of music. I can dig it. There's a vista over there too. That. No. Try to get this vista over here. I don't forget about it. Part of a sightseeing log. It also gives you XP as well. There we go. Sightseeing log entry 43 complete. There's a whole thing here for sightseeing log like I'm showing here. And you can see every place that you visited. And it gives all kinds of background additional to where the area is at. So I think it's pretty cool. So if you want to know more about the world, it definitely gives you more lore and things to uncover. More blue swimmer here. What we need these blue swimmers for, though. I know we're hunting them down, but we're gonna be goodwill ambassador. Alright, back we go. Wait, there's a pond at the bottom of the ocean. Am I seeing this right? Yep. Just gonna roll with that. I'm gonna get a different mount. I want that one. There we go. Use the low ghost mount. See, there's our scary thing. You know, low ghost mount there from Yokai Watch. From an event from years ago. There's the scariness for you there tonight. At least as far as that goes. Alright, so head on back south. This is still crazy. I mean, granted, they did underwater swimming in the last expansion, so it's not entirely unheard of, but to have it cleared out completely and not just swimming it, just to fully explore on foot, swimming around is definitely different. I'll give it that. Oh, like another vista here. Nice. Some easy XP. There we go. 41 complete, and whee! We're gonna drop in. Thankfully, you can't die from falling damage unless you're in combat. Very useful thing, like right now. You could crack their shells? You must be stronger than you look. I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, this was part to be my apology, do you remember? Besides, what lack of water is our doing, for much we must also make it. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn people. Very well, before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the areas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost, until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long they had stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided shelter for my people, protection from the tempests, turbulent waters, and the predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary, till such time as they had returned. Thus, if it is judged that you are coming, and this great vanishing water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, I cannot help but wonder how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided. The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. The Rick Steves of Final Fantasy. It would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We should return to our task at hand, only try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. let's see here. Have you learned Auto Not? Note? Not note. Fascinating and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Theories are always okay, so we shall check it out. A lot of side quests here. We won't get into them right now. Trying to stick to the main story, but yeah, there's plenty of side quests that I need to catch up on. Already to the Aetheryte. Go ahead and head to the northwest there. Check it out here. I wonder if I get my fishing high enough here, can I fish along the bottom of the floor of the ocean in one of those ponds? I bet I probably can. Be an interesting thing to do later. Alright, so let's check out over here. Little pretty structure, I'll give it that. Now, there are two tasks I would have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement. Note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to return or use this night to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigation. Oh, well, there's one survey point right here. Inspect the structures that the Ondo cups for distinct. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in and see what we can find. Alright, so let's be on the lookout for anything distinctive. There's a little thing that looks like a fish. Kind of cute little thing. Seems harmless enough, yeah. Alright, so nothing too distinctive with that. Find anything else. So far, it's sticking out. Their most identifying feature. Distinctive window. I mean, I suppose that's pretty distinctive. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. I guess what stands apart is windows at the bottom of the sea. Let's go roll around that in my mind for a minute. We'll revisit that later. Now we're going to scrape a little off the wall here. You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Apparently we're not applying enough force then. That's just my opinion. Let's see what... And what have you discovered? Well, the walls are tough and, yeah. Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. 'Twould seem that the structures appear the same both to your sight and mind. And you say you could not so much scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade? Everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power of Norvant, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronka, then who? Who were these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason MXL reduced here to the Tempest. You may simply have wished to retreat somewhere mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emmett is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of strongholds somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap 'tis a place more dear to him than... Very possible. Are you saying this was built by ancient Africans? I mean, possible, especially if it can't be scratched. That is my theory, and these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of the umbral calamities, but here in the first they may have remained untouched for millennia. Copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Almet presented to me during my visit to Fanau and after our victory in Calusia. Here in the first scene, by Emexelk's own words, it depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between ours and those you have just expected? Yeah, okay, I see where she's leading at this. Okay. A little distinctive like that window. We're close to the truth, I feel. Let's search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the pictures near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east. The south held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. So to the northwest we go. Like we're finding another structure from which we had. Definitely a structure here. Not quite sure it's what we're looking for, but Walls of the Forgotten. That sounds like a wonderful place. There's an aether current up there. Might as well grab that while we're in the area. There's an air current underwater. Let's go roll with it. Ooh, there's the quest location we need over there ahead. Nice. Got two separate things going. First, let's grab this. So we can fly down here at some point. There's the survey point up ahead here. Say here. Definitely looks like could have been one of the structures. Aye, this is the mural writ large. Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder. Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. The entire civilization, existence forgotten by all except a handful of Ascians. Yet it did exist. They lived here in this city. Let's focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ando chieftain spoke of a mystery stirring, of a land illumined. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancient. Thus can we surmise that what Ando saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this civilization. And who else would light the lantern to put it, other than Emexelp himself? Almost certain that he is. But if we were to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ando's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win the folder. Me too. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companion to share with him what, much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands we must make all reasonable haste. If you're not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Pasha Owen again, and ask if there's anything else he'd be willing to divulge. Let's go. Alright, so this mount's appropriate for down here. We're getting traveling around with fish people carrying us here at the Namazu. Namazu are pretty cool. I do like them. They have some nice dances that they do. Not while riding this mount, of course. And their cutscenes and other interactions. This way. Getting the fish people wet, nice. That'll work. There you go, swim. Awesome. Alright, almost there. Well, too deep there. Right. Back in town here. Alright. So, talk to this wonderful fish folk. Elfanaud's friend, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? I think we just came from them, yeah. The remnants in the northwest, yes, you visited them unbidden. Could be that your footsteps were guided by the ancient? I believe it may be so. Listen then, I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illumined. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skills beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then my doubts your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. You'll find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Well then, southward. Alright, new location. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's his place right there. Ooh, Aether Current. Hey. Side trip. We're getting that first. Just gonna gather as many of those as we can. The more we find now, the less we gotta backtrack for later. There's Grenold there. Hey, buddy. What up? Oh, that's just great, that is. My mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone comes to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or it might be you as a ghost. Go on, full shade. Feast yourself on the rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman which can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dumb and hammer. And that insult bloody sea hags. Psych him up. Time to psych him up. You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the netherworld. Fail about that. Apparently you lose your spirit when you're in the water too. Has it really come to this? Spirit Razor Reserve. Yeah. What's that supposed to mean? Not impressed with what you see, Les? Well, I may have let myself go a bit. This was meant to be the underwater sanctuary, a place where I could concentrate on my work, far from the distractions of. And yet, here we stand. Now it's so important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me. Ah, the Ando's lamp. God's cursed me empty head. I've not so much as made a start. Has muscles, might have let myself go a bit. Yeah. I was like, how did he let himself go? Where did he let himself go? I mean, unless his arms are like, or pudgy. Underneath those gauntlet looking. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by delivery dates long past me. Workbench is untouched. I call myself a bleeding artisan. And he skipped leg day. He probably did skip leg day. You've heard the beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. I just can't bloody well. My mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I pissed away me last drop of inspiration. Well then. Tell me you got something to show me. Something I'll give right. Get cook up the give good kick up the ow. I can speak today. The Ando want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the sparkle of life caught in a crystal, but just being sparkly's not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship and know what I mean? It's a special type of shiny. The end of the roll quest lines available under Stairs Crystarium. Oh, I think I gotta go back and complete that quest now. Gotcha. Yeah, I know what I gotta go do now. Oh, first let's go ahead and get this Vista done. Or not Vista, up there. Can't type /Vista. Look out, there we go. Sightseeing log there. Okay, so Grendel, we'll come back for you later. Because I know exactly what we need. What are you drinking? Oh, just Coke out of McDonald's cup. That's all I'm drinking. I swear, it's just Coke. Not mixing anything in there today. No rum, no vodka. Kind of fresh out of rum right now. Ain't got much choice there. Go ahead, head into Lakeland. Yeah, gotta go to these role quests now. We're hunting for a legendary Sin Eater. Vodka in your Coke. Man, that's for them I hate my life kind of days. Yeah, I would totally never... Right, because that's bad. Alright, destination. Back some attention here. Be very quiet, I'm hunting. Oh, there's some... Oh, they're only level 70s? I got this. One down. Alright, both down. This is grandson, the guy who we're journeying with to take down this Sin Eater. Good clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke though. Besides, the world could do with less than follow me. It shouldn't be much further. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta prove my worth to this guy, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Apparently killing thousands of enemies isn't enough. Gotta kill a few more. That's how we roll. Thankfully I can fly now, so this will make this a heck of a lot easier. How's that Amaro keep? I didn't keep it. So we grab that. Still. Head on down here and see what else we got beat up. Hey look, there's our destination. Alright, bring on your worst. We can handle it. Ah, Scorpion. Alright, so that light scorpion is dead. Let's talk to Grandson over here. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of woman I've been looking for. Thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official step. Back to Crystarium we go. Pretty sure. Right? Yeah. Okay, Crystarium's just a bit to the south there. I was like, wait a minute. I just can't fly over because it'd be right there. I mean, seriously, can't we just fly in? Oh. Gotta go through the official gate entry. Or, well, as official as it is. There we go. Markets. You like this. It's simple but effective. Got a little of everything. Markets here. Simple but effective. Everyone who's about to add way too much salt to their meal. Well, hey, if it works, it works. Who am I to judge? Alright, let's see what Grandson has to say. So just to make sure you're still keen on arrangement, will you join with me and hunt the dread fiend Eclissine and put an end to his accursed existence? Yeah. Go kick his butt. Excellent, then it's settled. Every hunt begins with investigation. Ours is no exception. It can be a rather difficult eater to pin down. But before we commence ours, we do well to attend our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. I'm born ready. Let's do this. All set to embark on our great hunt? Let's be about it. Riask have no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of his whereabouts. Norvat may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know, back for Eclissine has been attacked before, the village of Right on Clusia. While I don't have much reason to believe in return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came. So let's be off then. Alright. Let's go head out to Right then. Lucia. Let's talk to locals. Alright, back to Clusia we are. Right here. Oh, there he is. Welcome to Right. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me, never mind. We'll save the conversation for after. Track down Eclissine, what matters right now. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, wager. Let's split up, gang. So far. Oh, there's one. What do you want with me? The Sin Eater, the one that came and killed everyone? Oh gods, is he here? Why are you talking about him? Oh, I know I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and eaters and ah! Sounds like he's had an experience. Let him be. Where'd you come from? What do you want with me? Yeah, we're here to kick Senior butt. That's what we're here for. The thrice damned eater that's the spitting image of Galgant Knight? That Dixie. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he wicked white. If you had seen the cards, you would. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Okay, definitely grammatic. Or, wow, grammatic? Grammatic. apparently is full of grammar errors, such as my own. Let's talk to Granson over here. Well, Lauren, anything worth sharing? Not really. Wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. Now, what's your connection to this village? Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. Story time. I was born and raised in Wright, lacking any real prospects. I eked out a living as a hunter. If I had tried my hand at something more exciting, had I not been trying to provide for the love of my life, Linda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Umoran trader. Bloke dealt mainly in antiques, but he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty of some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here that might not take much, but it's sure still a lot more than we had, so when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright, the Kai scene had been busy. I spied at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us, the gruff woodsman who fought firewood to our doorstep in dead winter, both of them reduced to mindless fiends just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met and we knew it was going to be alright. We ran for each other and... Even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me, and the next she was... Dixie knelt and took the Fangs of Orthus, then left, leading a host of sin eaters out of Wright. But Melinda, I just couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. I could never say no to her, not once in the year. For all the time she'd welcome me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing. For all that and more, I killed her. Dang. Rough. I swore there and then I'd have my vengeance. He would die by my hand. I carved the scars on my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul. An enduring reminder of that vow I never dare stray from the path. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Go with me to the end, sinner? Yeah, you betcha. That's the spirit. Still, I've got some unfinished business here, so if you give me a moment before we resume, I'd be most grateful. Sorry I kept you waiting. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I failed to turn up any information to whereabouts at the Kaizen. There's one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that the Eater took with him when he left Wright. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need of worldly possessions. He took the bracelet anyways, which only means that there's something unique about this particular antique, or the sinless bastard somehow different from the rest of his. Either way, I think we need to learn more of the Fangs of Orthus. No, just the man to ask, the Umoran trader of commission. Much as I'd like to question myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though his attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft than have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead. Linda said he was a regular to be. Try looking for him there first. Alright. Gilmore then. That way. More up ahead there. Thankfully nothing should aggro me in my area. Yep, I think it didn't aggro me. That's good news. Gilmore is an interesting city. This way. That way. That didn't work. Oh yeah, I don't have flying unlocked here. Oh, come on, really? There we go. We're just going through these little shacks that were here. These were people waiting outside of Yulmore to get into what they considered paradise. Things have changed a little bit since, to be honest. Kind of crazy. A little crazy journey to get here. Epic tale of legend and legend. An interesting soundtrack, nonetheless. Find this trader. Joyous Hall. A pretty nice city in Gilmore here, though. I'll give it that. Oh, there's mobility there. Oh, I think isn't there a stairway? Is that up here? Yeah, it was up here. My fault. I've been to this city a whole lot. Oh. Oh, up one more story we go. A lot of stairs climbing here in Yulmore. Alright, so approaching the top here, Skyfront. Ah, yes, the beehive. Beehive. There we go. Nice little lounge with pole dancers. Yeah. Regular dancers. So definitely an interesting place to hang around. But for now, here for business, not for pleasure. And what do I owe the pleasure that is your... The Fangs of Orthus, you say? Oh, very interesting. I'll be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Voborg, a glorious king that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector, here for a tidy profit. After having it properly restored by an artisan in Ripe, alas, she was one of several casualties of the Sin Eater attack during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have of course been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in the Fort Sulk, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, he more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be sure that any other information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus, no more relics will be well rewarded. Let's head back to right then. Take the easy path. Ransom over here. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? Well, he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for this distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is ready to the Fangs of Orthus, it might attract his attention, assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. Amarang, but which part of Amarang? Or what I'm wanting. Yep. No matter, I guess. I had to go to Amarang. Oh, they did say Mt Gulg, so let's go there. Good place to start. Okay, there we go. There's Grants. Fine weather we're having today in Mt Gulg, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. Find no shortage of Boulderbright trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. Let's split up, gang! Gotta question the residents. The question we shall. One such resident here. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? Ah, the Boatpert choker. Is that what all the fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once realized how valuable it was, though, he insists on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Sounds like where we're headed to. And our person to talk to. Oh, there it is. Zinzin. Well met. How may I be of service to you? A choker that once belonged to Boatpert royalty, you say? I've only had such a remarkable treasure in my possession. But no, I do not. In all my years, I have never heard of someone unearthing such a thing. Well then. What news, friend? I think it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae, but we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker as a target. Let's find him. Where is this thing? Oh, probably that thing pointing down there. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Alright, so we search for the enterprising scavenger. Like a good place to land as any? Any lane you can walk away from is a good landing. Mercy. Needs mercy. Whoa. The paladin looking dude, but he's glowing, not paladin like. Take whoever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg of you. Well, he gone. Oh, he's turning him into a sin eater. That who we're seeking that? It just vanishes out of thin air, just like Organization 13 and Kingdom Hearts, it seems like. Yeah. We're gonna put you out of your misery, buddy. First, apparently, we gotta get this guy. Okay, why not? Let's get both. Shoot. Oh, looks like I can't do the event until... Okay. No biggie. Take him down real quick. Oh, but not canceled. Never mind. Alright, and he bot zone. There we go. Sin Eater has been. Oh, apparently there's some hunt marks. I'll keep them up real quick too. Why not? Fireball. Three ancient lists. Excuse me. Oh. Alright, one more ancient lizard to go. We'll say hi to him. I obtained 15 sacks of nuts. Do with that information what you will. There's a currency. Trade in sacks of nuts. Founder here. Like he's taking care of business pretty good. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You could tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence self. Can you see their eyes like when practicing? Don't tell me you saw him. And if it wasn't him, it was someone pretty darn powerful. Wicked White, you took the choker too? You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep it getting. Just like right, I was too late to save him. Just like I was too late to save her. Not again, never again. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world. Vengeance will be mine. Victory shall be mine. Right, yes, neither time nor place. More eaters could be about. It's just every time I cut one down, it reminds me my first of her. Love lost. Alright, there's Grandson there. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. See another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and his wife didn't know because she's been... So I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not there ever are any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs. We'll speak again. We're speaking real soon, like right now. Hey there, Sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were... She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband again. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmag a year or so back, hoping to cart off all the Volperdite treasures they could carry from an untouched room they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fae folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumble upon a remarkable find: the 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped, though, too, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, sold by another scavenger to a Umor. Here, that merchant met the beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which he attacks Wright, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Mortso keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, like to wait for safekeeping. When he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. I haven't found out why, but at this point there's no denying that the Kaiasin's been hunting the relics. 2, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we get our hands on it first and then for a mile to hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Fairy Kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not likely to be treated any much. I've traveled to Ilmek before, yeah. Heavy now, and the little devils let you go? I can only assume they were taking a liking to you. That sells it then. At the Ilmek and ask after this Volpertide meeting. Alright, the Ilmek we go. Alright. Back at Ilmek we go. With a remarkable, uneventful trip, I kept jumping at shadows waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack, though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually if we're going to find this ring. After all, the Numo were part of Volpertide society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide me to? No, well, there's plenty. Very well, lead on. Alright, so the north of it. And we're just cruising along, a giant flying potato-like thing that's a little bit more greener than most potatoes. A nice rainbow. Yeah, the towers have something to do with making rainbows, but I'm going. Oh, mount can fly no higher. Well, I guess we'll level out then. Still flying along here. I should came back down. My fault. Got a little careless on that one. This way now. Come on. The quest is going to be entitled Princess and Her Knight. About yourself. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question asked. Have I the right of it? Ring that belonged to the royal family of Ober. It was called the Claws of Orthus? But Ober is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. They may where it might have gotten to. That wasn't very helpful. Hello there, you have questions for me? Laws of Orthus is a ring, you say. The name I've heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, so all served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Let's check it out. I'm intrigued. Alright, another vista. Oh, another sightseeing log completed. This is a nice eat. Had yourself a conversation with 3. Learn anything interesting? This soul is the one we have to speak with, eh? Former servant of the royal family, which means but lived over a century. Bugger me. Alright, so let's go search for this water breed. Other various talents. That didn't work. Try it again. Thought there was an opening there. It's not. Not my fault. Wrong one. There we go. Talk to this one. Nice mushroom houses. I do not know you, yet you know me. Oh, story time. The 5th was discovered yesterday, a young girl not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before. As if we needed more proof of pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be. Tell me you or at least learn something from it. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of this enchantment lingered long after. Holbert, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That's all I can say for now, but you rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as a court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I will implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn minds without hesitation. These are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Yeah. Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Oberth, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us? Was it not? How much such innocents will die before you do what must be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, for the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that take anything less than drastic measures will invite death into the castle. Death is already here, so you must see. I would not let it be whispered that Princess Light turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Volpterpid's soul. Mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be responsible. You cannot place yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subject. If I am to gamble with their lives instead, let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? It's exactly, you're their princess. You're Brandon, yes, the new recruit. Rather promising one from what the captain has told me. And me personally. A lady. Heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, and as you vow and your princess to me. Bring close up. Lady Saludia, I understand. Forgive my hesitation. Life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right, there is no telling when our culprit will strike again. We must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Alright. Now, Lady Saludia? Even the stubborn ever the stubborn child. I wish you best of luck, Brandy. It and more. Hey, are you alright? Well, you were holding your head, as if wrecked by terrible pain. What happened to you? Well, about that. It's a long story. I saw you. You saw her with your own mind's eye. Then, as if I suspected, you have the gift too. You were like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? I see it. For this hunt of ours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the Claws of Orthus. I'm afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the Eater you seek. Bring on your test. I fear it not. There is a spot in a river not far from here which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew really fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. Yeah, bring it. As for you, I have questions. Apparently questions I'll be handled in the cutscene. Replied this quick. Alright, so let's see. Go ahead and help the spot. That looks like a nice spot here. See why you'd want to keep it. Our chocobo go away? Yeah. Let's go ahead and summon our chocobo back here. Awesome. Down, on to go. Alright, defeat both of them, easy enough. Go let her know that her favorite bathing spot is once again safe to do so. Because we're cool like that. Beasts are no more then. Good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts. The old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak in the vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how sin eaters can spawn more of its own kind? I'll speak of no more of this or other matters until you completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your camera refuses to acknowledge this situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Exemplary timing. It was not more than a moment ago that Granson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. Humble request my ours. This one's no better than a Yomoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine, she said she saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. We're friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse. Aye, but unlike most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For summer, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old gold. He's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? With irony, even at death he remains a slave to duty. Knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it say otherwise. My life, killed my beloved right before my very own eye. Every night I go to bed, I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly you have suffered a terrible loss. while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately guided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, ridiculous, nevertheless, no more than any. To hate him is to hate this stick. Claims the ship that seals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses. Think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword. Now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate, anger, and vengeance are all I've got now. Every waking moment is dedicated to applying his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where this ring is, and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be, Who you have to be? Nah, I think not. You ask too much. Demand far, far too much. Change for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? Then tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you. Alright, so much for diplomacy. Back off. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and the murderer. Brandon was a dear friend. To know when either disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It'd bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story if you'd be so kind to join me in. I'd better have a point. Alright, so let's go ahead and fly that way. Alright, so keep on going this way. See what other adventure helps us here. Nothing there. Oh, we're going up here. Nice. Been a minute since we've been here, so... Castle of the Fairy King. Oh, apparently we're going to an instance. Why are we here again? Alright, so let's check it out. Pretty place. Very pretty. It's beautiful, even now, a palace of forgotten dreams, but before it was like in the time of old glory, it was princely. The memory of mine in which you walked was a troubled time when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious foe. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Soldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too experienced and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood. Shortly thereafter, he quit Volbert. I thought I would never... Then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventures led by a man named Hardbird, but accepted our invitation looking for serious transformation, which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. And then came the day when we learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage Tadric. Oh, story time. Tim, Brandon, I'm sorry. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. Oh. Where we fought Titania. Oh, he's... the interesting face. It was you, Tadric. Do not deny it. Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon. After I took such pains to be... May strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I have you killed you and your friends, there'll be none left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for a noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Lord Tadric, it hurts. Soon you shall know no more pain. I was going to make it quick for old time's sake, but now I ought to take my time. Are we going? I think we're going. Live Brendan. Got here. We got both our weapon skills. Heal. Damage. Okay. Got it. Go time. So let's go to help this way. Direct approach is working again. You notice that? Trying to ether these throws to them. We're working on it. Oh, hello. Get them all close. Alright, get them in here. Boom. Such an incredible display of strength, the stuff of legends. There's no escape, Tadric. Surrender. Do I still have so many lives at my disposal? I think not. Uh-oh. What that means... Whew. I'd say I can't die yet. I'm gonna cast a spell. Oh, this. There we go. Together. And is nigh. This is bad. Some of them down. Go. How much longer can we hold line? Well, apparently we're doing pretty good holding line here. For the moment. Oh lord. Dodge. Can't keep this up forever. He ain't lying. Still got a few arrows in my quiver. That's good. Bring him in the middle here. Come on, hit him. There we go. Jeez, these guys are more ads? Wow. This guy does not give up easy. Ow. Can't take that again. No, that's for Mercy Tag. If you won't get it. Uh-oh. Looks like he's preparing a ultimate spell there. We gotta hurry. Fast. Go, 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 go. Yeah. That's all we got. Percent left. All right, we got him. Meddlesome wretch, this kingdom is by rights mine. Yeah, try again, buddy. Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Patrick, you, but why after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant, not of your mother or father or you. Oh. Cheap shot. That was definitely a cheap shot there. Lady Saldia, speak to me. I'm not gonna say much. Well, she might. Brandon, my dear, brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even? Now and ever after my late first command. Oh, is she gonna transform? Oh no. Oh, that as well. I had the strength to wield it myself. Steel your heart, brave Brandon, for the good of Orbit and for people. No, 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 I cannot. I will not. Honor your vows to your kingdom, princess. That looks like she's about to transform here. Yep. To your friend, whoever never doubted you, knew that you would return and see justice. No, it should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. Did it? Done. Rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them in the ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magic set. Yep, good. But I'm not hesitating again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Poor fellow. Well, you saw what happened? Wicked White, she begged him to do it like Melinda. Come, let's quit this place and return to Plot and Nate. I think that's a good idea. Let's get out of here. Enough craziness has happened here already. Alright, head back. Take a nice little flight over. Alright, almost there. Alright, let's see what he's got to say now that we've accomplished this. You know why I entered into the Royal Family Services many long years ago? because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt I can never be repaid, for there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and for Brandon, yes, even for you, Brandon. For me? To define oneself in opposition to the other threat of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities, a villain, indeed, there is a comfort and certainty in it. But it is false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are and what we must be, what we must do, and never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves, nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now. Alright, side quest is done. All we gotta do is level 80. Alright, so let's do some quick leveling then. First trial. Make sure my gear's up to stuff too. Oh yeah, we're good. So while we wait on that, let's go ahead and go to the gold saucer. Quick. Ah, the gold saucer originated in Final Fantasy VII. Ooh, do some. Actually, let's draw for this for a moment. Do the one event here real quick. That'll take about a moment, just so I can get that done. Be a lot of fun. Or the Air Force, yes. We're gonna do some pew 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 action. Pew, 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 pew. I wasn't kidding about that. Let's go. Everything that's not a red target. Yeah, that red target, we don't fire at it. Don't hit those. Trying to go for a perfect score. Alright, bonus time. Ah, I missed that one. Dang. Just missed it. Oh, it's alright. Still do pretty decent on this. Short perfection. That's alright though. Still a pretty good run. Yep. Oh, 3000 MGP. Not a bad haul there. Alright. Let's try this again. Right there. Ah, dang. Alright, so no big win there. Oh, unfortunate, but not too bad. Ah, Titan. Bring it. I could definitely tank this one if I had to. I'm going for it. I've tanked this a million times. Granted, nighttime recently. Up. I usually got Edith versus tank there. That's not too bad. I got him. There we go. Okay, so we shared this heart. Tremble defy the mither, bring it. Lasta, grapple with E. Mountain Buster. I still ate first. Dang it. That was my fault. Oh, I had it. Oh, hello. Yeah. No dying. It looks like 2 DPFs have already bit me. Most unfortunate. The Titan's at 8% there. got it. Alright. So easy XP there. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's see, we're not quite to level 80 yet, so I have to keep going with that. So we'll do a normal raid. That's another quick XP. Not too much longer to go. A quarter level, honestly. That's not too bad. Go ahead and return to Redania while we wait. Nice peaceful area. I do like it. And plus I want to check the residential area. See if there's anything up for sale beyond. There's one. What? $53. Oh, like we'll have to wait on that. Worry about that here. I'll say, or maybe not. Alright, so looks like the first Alexander raid, no biggie. I do like the music. It's pretty awesome. Here we go. There we go. I'll say it's not setting me up. There we go. Now we're going somewhere. The warrior's gonna tank it. Alright. Can't go sweat too much on it. Bounce is down. Time to go in. That's right, you gotta select this thing and then go in. Forgot about that. You love this music in here. Okay, so you'll really need, well, one tank, one off tank. It's not too bad. Oh, guess we're doing it this way. Very well. So this is the thing that's going on. I gotta remember how to do this. This. My job. Okay, come on, guys. Give me some help here. Alright, good. One safe spot, right? I think 25%. Oh yeah. That's right, I got incoming. Full metal fouls. Heck out of here, guys. Left, so not too bad. Keep going. Right, good deal. Alright, so check out this plot. Maybe I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like I'm not alone. Holy cow. Yeah. There's a lot of people wanting to give it. Shockingly. That rated? That'd be easier. This rated for the remainder of the XP. 7-minute wait, I dealt with much worse. Out of here. Back out. Oh, we'll take a tour through here on our way out of here. Used to have a house, but with the break I had from the game, kind of relinquished it, so happens. Still have my apartment in Gane. Not the same though. Hindsight, I wish I had stored everything in my apartment, but I didn't know I'd be away from the game as long as I was. And I thought I could retrieve it, but I didn't realize after a certain point you couldn't retrieve your stuff anymore. So that about most unfortunate. Other one I changed? I doubt it. If there's one there, I doubt there'd be a second. I never heard of it. Never know. Doubt it. That's the only. Alright. Leave the back to Central Shroud we go. Just gotta head back north to Gridania there. Shouldn't be too bad. And maybe someday they'll make these flying zones. Not anytime sooner. There we go, we're almost back there. Alright, back we are. Now we wait and let's see what else we can find during that time. Oh, did I get a card? Oh, Titan card. I already have that. Got other stuff I can sell. Store. Something. I have a pack rat when it comes to this stuff. Oh, spawns here in the next couple minutes will definitely do. It takes a little longer than I have to pass just time constraint. Happens. Not there, but there was something. Anything that makes money. Anything else we have worth selling? First thing. I wonder, have I done those quests this week? Probably not, it's Tuesday. Domans. Yep, alright, let's go do that real quick then. Thinking about it. Alright, let's go turn in some stuff here. This is Delman Enclave, part of Stormblood, that you can help rebuild through their reconstruction efforts by donating pretty much junk to them. So, got here. That works. Those first. 17,000 left. Okay. Or at least 17. Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Okay. There we go. Yes, take my stuff. Like that. I have to withdraw from that. Taking too long. Go ahead and just finish this out. Alright, so let's go see what this secret has to say over here. Little school over here. Look up on the wall. Alright, what's on the wall, kids? Looks like the whole map of Eorzea there. Children map. Made the children very happy. Outstanding. Oh, the school's complete now. Nice. There we go. Got an achievement there for awesome. It's nice, and everything you contribute actually helps build the town up, which is kind of cool. I'll give it that. Ah, looks like we're trying to build a barracks now. I suppose eventually you gotta defend this point. Where are the barracks located? Oh, looks like northwest there. Awesome, let's go check out that then. That's the head of the Enclave Guard there, it looks like. Alright, just looks like they're trying to figure out schedules for all the guards there. Not bad life, I guess. Now this has bearing on the main story. It's just this nice side thing on there. It's, like I said, it is nice to build it up. And each person has a different instance of what they've built or not built up. For the time I spent away, obviously it didn't give them. Could have been. I'm here to fix that now. time we select on there that we've done. Thank you for absolutely. Yep, there's the barracks there that we're helping build, so we're training some archers there. Awesome. Stab it. Yep. Oh. They're doing what they need to do. Okay, so it looks like that's all we can do. We'll go ahead and wrap this up here. It's about that time. So definitely a lot of main story quests. There we go. So like I was saying, a lot of main story quest stuff done, so that's definitely fun to see there. It's been, like I said, a heck of an adventure so far, so I'm still interested to see how that's going to end up. So I do appreciate you all watching. It's been quite fun, honestly. Thank you, Rissa, for the raid. Always a pleasure to see you. Everyone, Jacoby, and everyone else that joined. So thank you all for that. Make sure that if you do like this, that you follow it here on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, or follow me on Twitter too. So thank you all for joining our Taco team, and see you next time.